Hey guys, Wayne here from H2 Tech Videos. Today I'm going to be going over the Galaxy Note 8 for beginners. Now this is a great phone that does so much stuff. So this is just a beginner tutorial to kind of catch you up on exactly what this phone can do and kind of show you what to look out for. And we're going to set up some things, and I'll probably do a follow-up to this video. If you have questions of other things you want me to show you after watching the video, just leave in the comment section down below. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and let's jump right in. So the first thing is, if you've had an Android phone in the past, most Android phones have an app drawer, which is where you find all your apps. On the Note 8, the app drawer is not showing, so the way you get to your apps is by swiping up just like this. Now, if you're the type of person who you like the app drawer and you want that back, here's how you get it back. You're gonna hold down the screen, make sure you're on the home screen, and you're gonna go to home screen settings, and you'll go to apps button, and we'll hit show apps button and apply. Go back home. Now we have our apps button right here. See that? And that's how we get to all the different apps that are on the phone. Okay, so starting there, because that's a big question that a lot of people tend to ask. If you want to get rid of it, it's the same way. Hold down, home screen, apps button, hide, and apply. Okay, so it's up to you. I think that the new way Samsung has it set up, just by swiping up, is a bit easier. So try that first. If not, you know how to get the drawer back. Alright, so in terms of navigating the phone, we have a couple of different things. So on the left side, you have your volume up, volume down. We have our Bixby button, which is a Samsung personal assistant that you can ask to do all kind of things. And I'll do another video on that kind of goes over what you can actually do with that. Just for now, what you need to know is when you tap it, it will bring up your Bixby screen, and it'll recommend all kind of content based on how you use your phone. So if you use like a lot of music apps, like right now it has my Google Music that's open, it's recommending music or past playlists. It has different themes for how to customize your phone, alarms. Its goal is to be your personal assistant to help you with things. So you can also use it and ask it questions. You can ask it to open apps. You can ask it to download apps. And I'll get into that again in a separate video. All right, on the right side, we just have our power button. Obviously, turn it off, turn it on, blah, blah, blah. Now, I do have the fingerprint scanner set up. If you haven't set yours up yet, I'm gonna show you where to go to initiate that. So swipe up, go to your settings, and the easiest way is simply, if you ever want to find anything, and this menu here can be a little confusing because there's so much in here, I recommend just hit the magnifying glass and just say what you want to search for. Fingerprint. And now it's going to give me all of the quick options in the phone in the settings for fingerprint. So for example, to set up your fingerprint, you would go to lock screen and security and hit fingerprints. And it's asking for my password. Let me just jump off screen here. Okay, so now we're in the lock screen section, and you would need to select fingerprint. And when you turn this on, then it's going to ask you to place your finger over the sensor here, and it'll begin to set up your fingerprint. Now, my recommendation is to set up two fingers. Set up one finger on one hand and one finger on your other hand. So I always do my pointer finger on the right, and same thing, pointer finger on the left. So no matter what phone, no matter what hand you grab your phone with, you can easily unlock your phone. So there's that. To be honest, I have not used the face unlock or the iris unlock because it's just a little too slow for me. The fingerprint to me is the fastest way to unlock your phone, and I just like to use that one. So that's how you sort of set up your security, so you can use your fingerprint scanner. All right, so let's go over the navigation buttons on your phone. So there's 3 buttons at the bottom here. You'll notice, again, if you had an Android phone in the past, usually there's a button there's a home button you press to get back to the main screen. Everything is on screen now, so you're going to be using these 3 buttons down here to do a lot of navigating, moving through different screens, moving through different apps. So this is our home button right here. Okay, so no matter what app you go to, if you hit this button, it always takes you back to the home screen. So if I open my settings, for example, if I hit this button, it takes me back home. That's its sole purpose. So that's how you get back to your main screen. Maybe you hit the wrong app, or you just want to get back to here. Bam, that's how you do it. This is your back button. So this is how you navigate one step back in any app. For example, again, if I go into settings, let's say I went to device manager, okay, and maybe, oh darn, I didn't mean to select that. Well, you just hit your back button and it will take you back one step, okay? And if I press it again, it'll take me out of the app, because I opened the app, that was one step, and then my second step was going to the device manager. So this is basically how you undo or how you move back one step. And you're going to use this in a lot of apps. So it's good to know what that does. This is your recent apps / your running apps. So understand, whenever you open up one of these little apps, the app doesn't automatically close. Okay, what does that mean exactly? Let's say I were to go to YouTube, or let's say I went to the calculator. Okay, if I hit the home button, it'll take me back to the home screen, but that app does not magically close itself. That app is still running in the background of the phone. So the way you actually close that app is by hitting the recent apps, and then you have to swipe it away. That's how you actually close an app. So if you're not aware of this, this is definitely something to pay attention to, because guess what? If not, you're going to open all these different things and they're all going to be running in the background of your phone, and it's going to slow down your phone. So it's important that when you're finished with an app, you just swipe it away. Or at the top here, we have the close all button. If I hit this, it just closes everything. So that's even easier. Okay. So again, this is just how you get to your recent apps. It's also how you switch between apps. So I want to swipe up. Let's say I go to the calculator. I'm trying to calculate something for my budget, and then I swipe up again and I go to the clock. Maybe I'm setting my alarm for tomorrow. So I don't have to always hit home before I go to the last app I was in. I can hit this button once, and then I can go to calculator. See that? And I can press this again, and I can jump back and forth between the 2 apps. That's sort of how you use this button. It's just you're jumping between your recent apps or your running apps. And then a little advanced feature here, if I hit this twice, it'll automatically switch for me. It'll automatically take you back to the last app that you were in. See that? So that's, to me, that's really useful when you're like texting someone and you're also like on Facebook, or you know, you're watching a video and you're messaging someone. It just allows you to quickly navigate between 2 apps, you know, just quicker. Okay. All right, our next thing, this is like one of my favorite things, and this is again tied to just a basic feature that everybody should know about, and it's called the quick launch camera. So no matter what screen you're on, if we double tap on this power button right here, it'll automatically launch the camera. All right, I'm gonna hit it twice. See that? Camera launched. Now guess what? What if I'm in the settings and oh, I need to take a picture really quick? Double tap. Automatic. Camera. Easy. What if my screen is off? Oh man, I want to take a picture really quick. Double tap. Same thing. So no matter what app you're in, all you have to do is hit this button twice and it's going to automatically launch your camera. That's the quick launch camera. Very useful. Definitely, well, once you know about that, it's something you're definitely going to be using a lot. So there's that. Our next little thing that's really important, this phone is pretty big, right? I'm sure you guys took it out of the box and you're like, wow, this phone is huge. So you'll want to utilize the one-handed mode, which allows you to shrink down the screen so you can reach things easier. Normally if I'm holding the phone sort of deep in my palm like this, it's really hard for me to reach and swipe up here. So here's what you do. From the corner, if I just swipe up like this, it shrinks the screen down. And now I can reach everything. You see that? Do it one more time. From the corner, you're swiping in, okay? Just like that. And that activates the one-handed mode. So now it's a lot easier for me to navigate the phone because everything is within reach. Okay, and then we have this little arrow here. If you're left-handed, you can tap this and it'll jump to the other side. When you're ready for this to get out of this mode, you just hit this blank area and it goes away. If you're having trouble with the swipe from the corner, you can also hit the home button 3 times. Oh, maybe I turned that off. Well, that's what the command is supposed to be, is 1, 2, 3, and that's, let me try it from here. Okay, maybe not. That might be something that you have to turn on the settings. So just swipe from corner. Again, a little tricky. There you go. And that's how we activate our one-handed mode. Just make it easier to navigate your screen. Okay. Now, our next sort of beginner thing that's important to note is, so we can go over the notification panel, which is swiping down from the top. We have access to a lot of information here. Okay. Let me go ahead and clear up some of this trash really quick. I have a lot of stuff that's sitting in mine. So, okay. So, by swiping down from the top, hopefully you guys can see that. And that's my alarm. Okay. So, now it's a little more visible. So, these are our notification switches. Sorry guys. There we go, that's a better angle. These are our different notification switches that allow you to control just some important functions of the phone quicker. And again, you swipe down once and you have these first 6, but if you swipe again, you have a bigger list. You have these 12, and then you swipe over, then you have more. The important ones to pay attention to: Wi-Fi. So if you wanted to connect to someone's home Wi-Fi network, you would have to tap this once to turn it on. See that? Now it's blue. And if you hold down on it, it takes you to the setting. It takes you to the settings where you actually can connect to someone's Wi-Fi. Let me just show you really quick. Hold down, and now it takes me right to the Wi-Fi section of settings, and then I can connect to someone's Wi-Fi network. So there's that. Also, if you want to get right to the big list, like, so this is the short list, but if you want to get right to all of them, use 2 fingers, swipe down like that, and it just takes you right to everything. We have our brightness adjustment here, and if you tap this arrow, you can turn on and off the auto brightness as well. We have our sound, so if you want to go into like silent or vibrate, just tap that. And it's tripping right now, but there we go. Vibrate, mute, sound on. Okay. Our Bluetooth, we have our flashlight up here as well. This is our GPS, so if you're going to use Google Maps, look up directions, you want to make sure this is turned on, or your phone isn't going to know, or Google Maps not going to know where you are to help you navigate there. You have your power saving mode, and this one is really interesting because there's multiple power saving modes. So if you hold down on this button, there we go, it'll take you to the battery section, and you have 2 options for power saving. You have mid and you have max. When you do mid power saving, everything sort of stays the same, except some of the background operations are sort of like trimmed down, so there's not as much stuff running in the background. But for the most part, your phone still looks the same. If you do the max power saving mode, everything changes. Your phone actually turns off the background, like your wallpaper. You have limited access to only your most important apps, calls, texts, GPS. There's like 12 or 16 apps you have access to, but your battery is going to last you for hours. Let's say you're on 10%, you know, and you're not going to be able to charge your phone for a long time. That's when you would want to turn on the max power saving mode, because now your phone is going to last you for a long time. So this is only in extreme cases when you really need your battery to stretch for a very long time. Other than that, you would be using just the mid power saving mode for most things. Okay, we have our airplane mode, our auto rotation, Wi-Fi calling. If you're at home, you have home Wi-Fi. That's a great one to use for better call performance. There's performance mode. This is if you're like playing high-end games and you want like the best graphics. It does drain your battery more, but the phone does perform at a much faster rate. Your shortcut to your mobile hotspot. Blue light filter, I don't use that too much. We have our secured folder. This is for hiding apps, hiding email accounts, hiding pictures. If you just want to tuck things away, you would be using your secured folder. Smart view is how you would connect to a TV. And what else? Do not disturb. Your phone won't make any noises, syncing, and your edge lighting. So that's essentially your notification panel. You're also going to see notifications from your different apps. So if you have an email address synced up, you'll see your latest emails in here. If someone sends you a text message, usually that'll show up in here as well. All your communication is going to show up in the notification panel. So frequently you're going to want to check just by swiping down to see if you have any new messages or important things to check. Now our next thing is the edge panel, which is right here. You'll notice this little white bar right here, and it's there because you're going to need to set up your edge panel by simply swiping just like this. Okay, let me do it one more time. All you're going to do is just swipe off the screen to on the screen, and it will bring up your edge panel. Now this is one of my favorite features of having a high-end Samsung phone, because I use this so much on my Galaxy S8. I use this feature all the time because you can have basically contacts, you can have app shortcuts that you can just get to so much easier, because no matter what screen you're on, as long as you swipe left, this will come up. So let's walk through how to set this up. So right now they've just recommended a couple of apps here. So Google Maps, YouTube, my photo gallery, Google Chrome, calculator, blah blah blah. Okay, so if I hit the plus, I can go ahead and add other apps. Maybe you're a big Amazon person. Add Amazon, you can get to it easier. Maybe you're an Instagram person, I can drag Instagram, put it right there. Maybe you say Duo, I don't use this stupid app. Well, just hit the dash with a little minus and it goes away, and you can put something else there. Maybe you want to quickly get to your Gmail. There's that. So basically you can put whatever apps you want to be here, and it's going to be the things that you're going to want to get to the fastest. So don't just put anything in this section. Put the apps that you use the most, and it's just going to allow you to get to them a lot quicker. Okay, so we've done that. We have our this is our app edge. It tells you right there. Now if you swipe to the left, we have our people edge. We're going to hit allow. It's going to access your contacts, and now I can add people to my people edge. So this is just a really easy, like, hey, I want to call my uncle. I would tap here, and then I can hit call or text. If you hit call, it's going to automatically call. If you hit text, it'll put you right in the text messaging app. If I want to call my brother, tap again, call or text. Same thing with that, blah, blah, blah. If I want to add more contacts, I just hit the plus here. And now I can go in and I can add other people, okay? So these are like the main two features for the edge panel, but you can add more. If we go to settings, the little wheel down here, there's a list of a bunch of other app edges you can add too. So maybe you want to quickly see what the weather is. Maybe you're a sports person and you want to see, hey, like what's up with sports? I'm a big finance guy, so I'd love to have this one so I can check my stocks really easy. This is a good one too, CNN News. Your calendar, you can know what your next appointments are. So it's definitely up to you. It's whatever you would want to be in that list. So go through here and kind of figure out which ones would be most important for you. Device maintenance is a good one too. If it seems like your battery is draining really low, this is an easy one that you can tap and it can close out apps and close out things running in the background and just speed up your phone. So now we're gonna hit the back button, and now I just swipe to get through. So got my people edge, my performance, see how my battery's doing, storage. I can add my stocks here for finance. I have my apps here, my quick shortcut apps. And that is the edge panel, okay? So we've been over edge panel, quick launch camera. We've gone over how to navigate the phone. Our apps are right here just by swiping up. If you want to move an app, just put your finger on it and hold down, and then you can drag it. So if you guys probably noticed, these are not the main apps that are here when you first got the phone. I arranged it. So I swiped up and I said, hey, I want this app to be down there. So let me get rid of Chrome and I'll show you how we did that. Remove shortcut. So swipe up, I'm gonna find Chrome, I'm gonna hold down on it, drag it all the way down here, and then I can just put it right here. So you can customize this with whatever you want to be down there. That's all you have to do. Swipe up, hold, and drag it down here, and then just stick it right there. If you want to create a folder, swipe up, grab an app, and just put it right over the other app, and it will create a folder. You can name it, you can give it a special color, and there's your folder, okay? All right, notice I did not go over a lot of S Pen stuff. I'm gonna go over just one thing on the S Pen, and then on the part 2, I'll spend a lot more time on the S Pen. But I just wanted to go over main things on navigating the phone and what you can do to start. So take out our S Pen. First thing that pops up here is our little S Pen wheel here. I forgot what the technical name for it is, but this is just a little shortcut of just some of the main S Pen features. Now, you may or may not use all these different things. I won't be using all of these, so I'd like to customize this and put apps that I probably would use more often with my S Pen. So the first thing is, let's say you want to get rid of, or let's start with this. Let's add a shortcut. So let's tap here, and I know for sure that I want OneNote to be there because this is the main app I use for notes, and then I want Google Keep to be there because that's my other favorite note-taking app. Okay, so now I have those two apps on here, but I don't like that, hey, when I take my pen out, I don't see my favorite apps. I have to always go over here to see them. So you can change the order really easy just by holding it and just dragging it up like that. And now I can have those higher up on the list. See that? Probably move it even higher. All right, guys. I know this video ran long. I hope you guys did find this helpful. Do me a favor, leave me a comment. Let me know if it was helpful, if you learned a lot. And then let me know more things that you guys want to learn how to do on the phone, and I'll do a part 2, and we'll go over more S Pen stuff and just I want to catch you guys up, and I want you to feel comfortable with your new $1,000 phone. So let me know what you need. Hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate that, so you can know when my new videos come out. And thanks for watching. Take care and have a good one.